Saturday haul on for you guys today, and I'm going to start off with a repurchase. I got another one of the CoverGirl and Olay Simply Ageless foundations. I always pick up the shade Fair Ivory. It's the lightest one that they make, and I can only find that shade in this product in Walmart. But this is what I use for an eyeshadow primer every single day. I just grabbed the one that I have in use so I could swatch the new one or the old one without opening the new one just yet, but I've just got kind of a ring on the outside left in here. I've just been using this for a really long time. It's hydrating for my dry lids. Eyeshadow blends over it beautifully, and it's got an SPF of 28, so it's just my go-to. If it was like July and I was going to like a concert or something and I really wanted my eyeshadow to be vibrant in like humidity and stuff, I might reach for something like an Urban Decay primer potion or something. But because I have dry lids and I also like the SPF, this just works great, and I've been using it for a really long time. So I got another one of these guys. Again, this is the shade 200. It's the CoverGirl and Olay Simply Ageless. This also makes a really nice light concealer. I use it like that sometimes too when I'm not feeling so tired. But that's just a great product. I also grabbed two more of the Essence Lash Princess Liquid Liners, black waterproof version. This has been my go-to eyeliner. It just wears super well. It's similar to the Essence Super Precise. The formula is very similar between the two, as is the finish. The packaging is just different, and I prefer the smaller packaging than the larger one. But I really like this eyeliner. And there's the same amount of product in the smaller tube as there is in the bigger tube at 0.1 fluid ounce or 3 mils in each one. Because the brush on the Lash Princess is longer than the original version, and it holds like more product. These are both brush tip applicators, but the Lash Princess is longer. It's just so much quicker to do my eyeliner. Not that the other one wasn't quick, but because this is a larger, kind of a little bit thicker brush, but still gets fine at the end, it's just so easy to put on my winged liner. So I grabbed two more of those guys. I really like a lot of Essence products. I also grabbed a lip liner from Morphe. It's the color pencil. They were in like a new display inside of Ulta. So this is 1.5 grams or 0.05 ounces. And this guy's made in China. The shade that I got is Spiffy. It looks a lot more yellowy based off the packaging and then the end of it than it actually is. It's the lip liner that I've got on today, and it does have a warmer undertone compared to my cooler makeup look today, but I wanted to use this lip liner for the video. It's a wooden style sharpening pencil, and the formulation is really creamy, so it like glides on super easy. It's not one of those ones that dries down budge proof though, and because it's a little bit it's a little bit darker, but because of that formulation, I can put on different nude lighter shades and it just really blends into the lip liner because it's not one of those budge proof type of formulas. So it's got play to it, you know. And it's just nice and creamy. It's a really good color too. You can see there's a bit of yellow to it, but it's not quite as yellow as like the end looks there. So that is the shade again called Spiffy. I also grabbed this Lust Potion by Phase lip oil. It's from one of their more recent collections. I really like colors like this and I really don't need another lip oil, but I got it anyway because I'd gotten the eyeshadow palettes from this collection and it came with like this little lip gloss holder, and it was for this product, and then so I had the little holder, but I didn't have the gloss to go in it. So I was like, oh yeah, that's a perfect excuse to buy one. Even though I love a blue sparkly lip product. But anyway, this is the By Phase lip oil in Thirst Trap, 0.11 fluid ounces of product or 3.2 milliliters, and this one is made in Taiwan. So I'll just go ahead and swatch it for you. The By Phase, it used to have a little bit like more of a, you could tell the difference in colors a little bit better, but since it's been being used, it's a little bit more mixed up. Not really much like scent to it, but it's just a comfortable, nice, sparkly blue lip oil. I was going to put it directly on with the applicator, but I'll use my finger instead to just tap some on. A little bit of shine there because I didn't want to get my lipstick on there. That does add such a pretty shine over lipstick. So I got that guy. Again, that's the Lust Potion by Phase lip oil in Thirst Trap right there. At Ulta, they also just put out a fresh display of these new face palettes from Morphe. And I had to control myself because I kind of wanted to grab every single one, but I grabbed 3 of them. I was like, well, just make sure, of course, that you like it first. And I do. They're great products. So next time I'm in the store, I'm going to look over the collection again because these are super nice. So these are the Cheek Thrills Multi-Finish Face Trios. These are the 3 shades that I got. So each one's got 2 creams, and there's a window over it, which I'll show you in a minute. So the top one and then the center one are creams. These ones don't have any shimmer, and then the middle shade has shimmer, and then the bottom shade is a powder. So, whoa, dropped a box. 10.8 grams, 0.38 ounces of product, so you're getting a good amount of product in there. And these guys here are made in, it says bulk formulated in Taiwan, China, pressed and assembled in China on the packaging. So I'm actually wearing Après Ski on my cheeks today. So this is what the packaging looks like. I love that the packaging is color coded. Like super, super convenient to know what shade that you're grabbing, which is another reason why it's like, well, just grab a couple more next time you're inside of Ulta. But anyway, this is Après Ski, and I have got the center shimmery pink shade on underneath because you guys know I've been into the cream thing, right? And then I dabbed some of the powder over the top of it as well. So that's the blush that I've got on my face. I put a little bit of the deeper pink in the back of my cheeks as well, just for a little bit more pop. But there's a window, I'm trying to hold open 2 windows here. There's a window that covers the creams from the powder. So I just want to show you guys that. I'll give you a swatch. And they're nice and creamy, and they're pigmented, and they blend out really, really nice. I just like them a lot. So those are the 2 creams. And then here's the powder right there. And this one again is Après Ski. So there's some shimmer, as you can see right there. I primarily have that cream on my cheeks today. And then I also got Cabana Club, like just this really pretty saucy red. And I didn't wear this color just yet, but I wore this one and then a little bit of the powder blush. So that one again is Cabana Club. And then the third one I got is Beach Bonfire, which is a peachy nude trio. And I've worn all 3 of these colors as well. It's a warm kind of peachy nude trio. I just think these are great though. So that one right there is Beach Bonfire. And again, these are the new Morphe Cheek Thrills Multi-Finish Face Trios. And I'll leave those up because I'm going to swatch more blushes. Like, blushes have been on fire. And I just placed a massive order for the Sephora sale that just started on Friday, yesterday. And I had to... I had to remove some items because there was so much blush in my initial, like, basket, and I knew I had a whole bunch of more blush. But blush is on fire, and I'm all for it because I love me some blush. I just had to contain myself a little bit because I have so much new blush already. But there's such good launches out there. Anyway, this next one is from Nars. It's one of their new cheek quads. It's the Hot Escape Cheek Palette #1, and there's 0.12 ounces of product, or 3.5 grams times 4. And this guy is made in Canada. So there are 3, I believe, iterations of this. There's a like coral colored or peach compact, and then there's a yellow one, I believe. And these are so collectible, but even with this one, if you have 2 Nars cheek palettes, you probably have these shades already, type of a deal, but I just can't help myself a lot of the times. So again, this is the Hot Escape Cheek Palette #1. This is what the packaging looks like. And so the shades in here you have are Thrill, Bad Behavior, Ophelia, and Laguna 01. Because we all know we need more Laguna, right? So these 2 shades are matte right here, and then these 2 shades are shimmery. And I've worn every single shade in here, and they are really great products. Sometimes with the compacts that Nars does in collections, sometimes the formulations can be a little so-so between collections, but these are really nice. The formula is really nice, which also makes me want to get the other 2 palettes. I really want to get the one that has like the corals in it too, but That guy again is the number 1 right there. Hot Escapes Cheek Palette number 1. And then one more blush. I got one of the Huda Beauty Blush Filter Liquid Blushes. 4.5 milliliters or 0.15 fluid ounces. And this guy's made in South Korea. So I got the shade in Ube Cream, which is part of the Ube collection. And I love the Ube Birthday Cake powder. I love mixing it with other powders for that bright purpley pink kind of a shade. So I'd heard really good things about these. So I picked this one up because I absolutely love a cool toned borderline baby pink with lilac in it, and that's kind of what this is. The formula is really nice, like it blends out really nice and stuff, but so little product comes out on this little doe foot that I found myself having to go back in to get enough product on. And then because of this shade, I did have to put a little bit of I also use the sponge though, so that probably absorbed some of it, but I had to use quite a bit of product to kind of get the color to be really like a vibrant lilac pink color. But I really like the color. I want to try, which was the new really fiery coral shade that came out in this range was in my Sephora bucket, but then it was moved to the loves list because I had so much blush already, but I really want to get that shade, and I still probably will. But you can see just how nice it like blends out. It's got kind of a silicone-y feel to it, and it's very pigmented, so I do want to try more shades of this. And it's got like this kind of a sweet scent to it that reminds me of the very first lip glosses when Kat Von D was a beauty brand. They had lip glosses that had this type of a smell, and it's very nostalgic to me, so I like the smell of these. But that's again the Huda Beauty Ube Cream Blush Filter right there. I have one more blush. Sigma was doing a really good sale, so I picked up some items from them, and I got this blush in True Love, which is part of the Little Mermaid collection. This has got 0.14 ounces of product, and it's made in China. So I've used this a few times. It's a really nice powder blush. Sigma, what the logo was on this shell component of it, but in the little time that I've had it and used it, it's gone already. So I just thought I'd mention that. But there's Ariel, and gosh, it's been a while since I looked at the characters from the cartoon, but I've used it enough where I think the embossing is kind of rubbed away there. But her husband, or the man, the prince was also embossed in there with her. So I just want to swatch this one since I have all these blushes up. It's got a little bit more warmth in it compared to some of those pinks, but it's a really nice blush formula. So that's the Sigma blush in True Love right there. There's all the blushes. And then before I get into some eyeshadow palettes, I got this hair product. It's from the brand Halle. I think that's how you say it. Halle. And it's a glitter shade stick 1-day hair color. And who doesn't want glittery purple hair? Probably not a lot of people, but I do. So I thought I would get this because it just washes out. And you guys know how much I love like using purple shampoo and stuff to really like put purple in my hair, you know? So I thought I'd try it because I thought it would be fun. It says used within 6 months after opening, made in the USA. So this is the packaging. And then this is the product right here. And they had some with no glitter, and I almost grabbed the purple that didn't have the glitter as well. But I was like, just try the product to see kind of how you like it, you know? And I have thoughts. The little thing, you have to really pull hard to get it out. And it removes quite a bit of product from this spiky wand. So when I was using it to try to do like the little bits, especially around my face, I just had to keep going into the product to get the results, to have like a purple glitter look that you can actually see. And then, I mean, it looked pretty, like when I layered it up enough, you know, so you could see it, but it didn't feel really nice in the hair. It was very crusty, almost like, have you ever gotten like food in your hair and it dried down? Or is that just me every once in a while? It just felt kind of gross, which I know it's got glitter and it has to have a dry down so it doesn't like get on your face and stuff like that. I'm gonna mess around with it a little bit more, but I'm not super nuts about it. The fact that I have to dip into it so many times and layer up the product to get the desired purple glitter results is one thing. When I use this, I have to use it on the day that I'm going to wash my hair that night because of how it feels in the hair. So it's not something that I'm going to use every day, because otherwise I'd want to wash my hair every day because of, again, how it feels. So those are my thoughts on it. It's a fun product, but you do have to work with it. You do have to layer it up, and it doesn't feel so nice in the hair. So that's my thoughts on that guy. Should I try to swatch some on the back of my hand for what it's worth here? It's just like, it's just kind of hard to get it all off, enough product, you know, but that's what it looks like. And then onto some eyeshadow palettes. I picked up I picked up 2 that I bought, and then with the sale that they had on, I also got a free eyeshadow palette from them. So I got the Beauty Beast mini eyeshadow palette, and I am so kicking myself that I didn't get the larger palette when this was available. I was trying to hit a sale because Sigma always does like really good sales, but this sold out I think pretty quickly, and then they never like brought it back into stock. But the color story in the larger palette is just really, really pretty. And so I got just the little mini guy, and this guy's got 0.3 ounces of product, or 8.5 grams across 7 eyeshadows. And this one here is made in China. So this is the box packaging again. And then here is the actual packaging. It's one of the long palettes. And then the little plastic is decorated. So I do tend to keep the plastic pieces when they look like pretty like that. I've worn this palette a few times since I've had it, and I love every single time that I use this. Like this color combination, I just love it. So again, extra kicking myself that I didn't pick up the larger one, because I love these tones. It's just really pretty. The formulation's really pretty. They're pigmented. They blend out really well. The shiny shades are pretty. Like, I have nothing like negative to say about it. It's a standalone for me. And then these last 3. Yeah, I really wish I would have got the bigger one when it came out. Just a really pretty color story there though. And then I also got the Little Mermaid palette, which I'm so glad that I was able to get the big palette, because I love this one as well. So this guy here has got, let's find the information here. It's made in China, 0.58 ounces of product. It's really hard to see the writing on the spine there, but this is what the packaging looks like. And I kind of wonder, like just like the Beauty and the Beast, this one doesn't have any of the characters on it, and I wonder why, because I think they still have to like pay for the licensing or whatever to use the name, right? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, but I always wish that like the characters were on there, you know? So this one also has a decorative plastic shield that's inside of it. And then here is your actual packaging. It's a cardboard magnetic closure. This one does have a mirror. That little Beauty and the Beast one doesn't. And same thing. I've loved every look that I've done out of this. It's a one and done for me. Very, very pretty eyeshadow palette. Great formulations. It'd been a while, I think, since I purchased some of the newer stuff from Sigma's eyeshadow range. And these next ones. Look at how electric that blue is. They had little cute embossings in the shadows, but I think I've destroyed most of those. And then these last 2 shades. But just a really nice eyeshadow palette right there. Great formulations, like I said, one and done. I just love both of these palettes that I got. And then with my order, I got this Warm Neutrals eyeshadow palette for free. And I didn't really think anything of it, like, because it's just a warm neutral eyeshadow palette. And then I used it and I was like, gosh, this is a nice This is a nice warm neutral eyeshadow palette. So this is the box packaging on this one. There is a total of 0.67 ounces or 19.04 grams. And this one here is made in China. So the packaging is a cardboard with a magnetic closure. This little sleeve is not decorated. And then this one has a double-sided brush that comes in the slot. It's one of those kind. And I don't use these brushes a ton, but in a pinch, I suppose it's nice to have it there. But otherwise, this is the color story. And this is a really nice, I'm going to set the brush down because I'm going to end up dropping it when I swatch these. It's a really nice color story. It's one and done. It's got some great shades in it. So I thought that was great because the sale on the palettes was really good. And then I also got this palette for free. And then these shades. Yeah, so I'm going to keep an eye on Sigma's collections because I'm very happy with the palettes that I just got. Oh, that's not very good. Where did I swatch that green one here? And then these next four. Some of the shimmer shades in this one are a little bit, I don't want to say stiff, but I think there's quite a bit of binder in them, which adheres the sparkle or the shimmer really well, but you kind of have to, you know, wiggle a brush in them. Like that green one there. And then these next ones. Since I'm swatching all three of these palettes together, I have worn this palette. I think I've worn it twice, and I really enjoyed the looks that came out of it. But now that I'm swatching it, like based off of how they feel with my fingers, the ones from The Little Mermaid and The Beauty and the Beast, they feel just a little bit maybe more smooth. Not that these aren't smooth, but some of them are just not, I don't want to say stiff, but there's emollients in them where like you can feel they almost have a slight cream texture to them, but they're not creams, you know, so it's that emollient factor in there. But just wanted to make note of that. Where am I at? These last two. So that one is the warm neutrals eyeshadow palette. And then for the eyeshadow palette that's on my eyes today, it's the new Adept Cosmetics Emo eyeshadow palette, which Adept Cosmetics makes some of my absolute favorite eyeshadows. I love them. I've worn this one several times. I've worn every single shade in it. There really hasn't been a look that I didn't like out of it. So I'll just show you the packaging. They've become quite like recyclable. The cardboard packaging and everything inside is also cardboard. So there's like no plastic with the packaging. And then this is what the packaging looks like. So they've recently redone their packaging. This is a hard plastic. It's kind of similar to the Natasha Denona packaging style, which I should really check. No, they're not the same size because Natasha Denona's are not perfectly square, where these ones are perfectly square, but they are magnetized inside the palette, so you can pull shades out and mix and match with other shades of the same size as well, which I love when shadows are magnetized inside palettes, as you guys know. This palette has got 18 grams or 0.63 ounces of product, and it says designed and made by Adept Cosmetics in China, distributed Adept Cosmetics, Sheridan, Wyoming. Fun fact, Tom Balding Bits, which I have a obsession with, is out of Sheridan, Wyoming. I would really love to go to their shop one day. They're the most beautiful bits. Anyway, two of my favorite companies that make some of my favorite things are located in Sheridan, Wyoming. So let's get swatching this guy. So here are the shadows. It's a one and done eyeshadow palette for me. I do find like these deeper shades, I tend to mix a dash of like the green or that purple in with those deeper shades to get my transition shade, because these are quite light and these ones are quite dark. So I just dip between two shades and that creates that transition shade, and it's worked out like fine for me like that. But every single time that I have used this palette, I have just used this palette. I haven't really incorporated it with anything else. And I just get so excited every time Adept announces they're coming out with a new eyeshadow palette because I love them. And I like their new packaging as well. I liked their old packaging too, but like with like time, sometimes the corners can like start to lean upwards, which I mean, it's not a super big deal. I'll just put something heavy on top of them. But this packaging, since it's hard plastic, that's not going to happen. It's such a cool color story, as is most of Adept's color stories. They're quite unique. And then these guys. There's a couple hollow chromes in there as well. And then these last three shades. I love like that old gold shade as well. I've put that on the lid quite a few times. Such a cool color story. I just love it. So that's the Emo Adept eyeshadow and pressed pigment palette right there. And that is what's on my eyes today. And then I got in a package from Wonderskin. They sent over their Lip Rehab Therapy Oils Tinted Collection. So there are 4 of them. I have this one missing because it's been in my coat pocket with the keys, and my package is a little bit scraped up. But I really like these as a lip oil. So this shade is Lover. This is the one that I've been carrying around with me. All 4 of these shades are really easy to wear. They just have a nice light tint to them. And they don't really have a strong smell, just an ever so slight sweet scent to them, but like you have to like put it really close to your nose to even tell. And I don't find that they taste or make my mouth and I don't find that they make my mouth like coated with a taste or anything like that either. So that one right there is the shade Lover. You can see the sticker on the bottom matches the shade. Super shiny. If I didn't put that Morphe glittery one on, I could have put that one on. And then this next shade is Flirt, which is a punchy looking orange, but also again they're quite sheer, so they're all really easy to wear. So that one is Flirt right there. And then we have got the shade Armor. You can see the color through the Wonderskin right there on the tube as well, but this one is Armor. It's like a berry pink. So that is the shade Armor. And then the last one is the shade Honey, which is just kind of got a black cherry hint to it. So just like all very, very easy to wear. And they got a high shine. They feel very nourishing on the lips. And they last a decent amount as well for a lip oil, which I really like. So I should tell you, because these don't have boxes, so let me read on the sticker. 3.57 milliliters or 0.12 fluid ounces, and these are made in the USA. So really nice lip oils right there from Wonderskin, and a huge thank you to Wonderskin for sending these guys over as well. I use a lip oil every single day, so after I put on my face makeup, I use a lip oil. Like for instance, this one right here is a Lottie London one that's almost used up, but I use it to like remove any like face makeup that got on my lips, and then also for it to sit there and kind of nourish them before I put lipstick on, because after my face I do my eyes, and then lastly I do my lips. So I use a lip oil every single day, and I've actually, like I said, I've been carrying around this Lover shade in my pocket because I've really been enjoying it. So yeah, huge thank you to Wonderskin for sending these guys over. Again, they're the new Lip Rehab Therapy Oils with the tints. And that is everything that I have for the haul today. I hope that you guys enjoyed it and found it helpful. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to wear sunscreen, and I will see you guys later. Bye.